This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, February 12th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Let's start out this morning with the important stuff. The 37th Annual Annapolis Cup is scheduled for April 27th. Yes, folks, it's croquet on the Great Lawn at St. John's. But the big thing you need to know is that tickets go on sale this February 26th. They will sell out, so get them as soon as they go on sale. Again, for the third year, they are going to limit the attendance to 5,000 people. Tickets will be $20 a piece, plus a service fee for anybody 13 and older. Kids 12 and under are free. Tent spaces, if you want a tent, are $200, and tickets will not be sold at the gate. And if you're actually interested in croquet rather than dressing up and day drinking, St. John's has won the last 4 matches, and right now they've won 29 of the 36 matches they've held against the Naval Academy. So there you go, April 27th, it is the croquet match. February 26th, tickets go on sale. Big news up at Forest Drive. The village at Providence Point, formerly known as Crystal Spring, is moving ahead. We spoke with CEO Larry Bradshaw, and he said they've had a very productive 7 months with the city planning and zoning department, and all parties feel that the latest iteration will move forward fine. The prior plan had 430 residents. The new iteration has 303 residents and has moved all of the construction much closer to Forest Drive, preserving an awful lot of the forest. The city did hire an independent consultant to evaluate the traffic, and they feel that the project will have very little impact on traffic. It will not require a new signal. However, it will require upgrades at the intersection of Forest and Spa. The bulk of the parking for the residents and the employees, and they anticipate about 130 employees, will be mostly in an underground garage. Bradshaw did say that the minimum age for residents to move in is 60. However, he did say the average age will probably be between 73 and 77. He noted that most of the residents will not follow traditional traffic flows because they're retired. And he feels that about 65 cars will affect the AM and PM rush hours, which is about a car a minute. So nothing really significant there. And something that I didn't realize, but they are not legally able to break ground on the project until 65% of them have been pre-sold. And this is a consumer protection law from the Maryland Department of Aging. Once they get 65% pre-sold, they can actually begin construction. They do expect construction to begin sometime in late 2020 and can be complete in late 2022 or 2023. Anne Arundel County may be making a switch from plastic to paper when it comes to carry-out containers and lunch trays. This is a second attempt by the county council to ban polystyrene containers, which are used in school lunch trays and takeout containers in very many restaurants in the area. This time, the bill's likely to pass. The last time it did pass, however, County Executive Steve Shue vetoed it. This time, they've got a Democrat council along with the Democrat county executive, and it is expected to sail right through. Proponents of the ban argue that the polystyrene negatively impacts the environment, the substance isn't biodegradable, and fish can mistake it for food. Opponents argue that there is no federal ban on plastic trays and that the cost of the more environmentally friendly option would mean a significant increase in the cost of food. For example, the school district estimates that it will cost an additional $676,000 just to swap out the trays that they use to serve breakfasts and lunches to the students. State and federal government is studying new crossings of the Chesapeake Bay to alleviate some traffic in the area, and there are 14 areas that are being considered up and down the coast of Maryland, connecting the western shore to the eastern shore. Some maps last weekend posted by Delegate Robin Grammer over Facebook showed 5 potential crossings in Anne Arundel County. Working from north to south, it would be Mountain Road over to Centerville, which sounds just utterly stupid. A second span from Annapolis to Kent Island, equally stupid. We've got enough traffic as it is. Edgewater to St. Michael's, also pretty stupid. Deal to Easton, and Chesapeake Beach to Oxford. Very, very preliminary at this point, and you can guarantee that every one of those neighborhoods will be freaking out and opposing that. If you're a foodie or actually a drinker, some trends that are underway this year that might be kind of interesting. And if you didn't listen to our podcast with Katzef Brothers, we talked about the different trends in beer last week. Go check that out on the Maryland Crabs podcast. You can get that at themarylandcrabs.com. but there was a study by Technomic, which is a food and beverage industry tracker, about predictions about what we can expect in 2019. First thing, margaritas are on the decline. The perennial happy hour favorite has a lot of new contenders. Most bars and restaurants are increasingly looking to craft creative, one-of-a-kind cocktail menus, and there's going to be less space for margaritas. Personally, those craft cocktail menus drive me crazy because I rarely know what the flavors are they talk about they're putting in there. Wine, Italian red varietals have the fastest growth of wine on all of the lists last year. And also, Prosecco, which is sort of a flavored champagne, is gaining a lot of popularity, almost ready to pop out champagne. Consumers also like to drink local. They ask for local brews, which does account for the slower on-premise growth of the major craft beer labels like Sam Adams. So for restaurants, having local craft brews is very important for their menu. And finally, knowledgeable bartenders, and that goes hand in hand with the crazy craft drinks that they're making, but consumers are now expecting the bartenders to be more familiar with the wide world of cocktail options, and they expect their bartenders to know how to prepare many of them. Just crack a cold Bud Light and I'll be happy. All right. That's about it for the news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. Check out that first link in our show notes because it does give you all sorts of different ways to connect to us that you may not have known about. Please give us a recommendation to your friends and colleagues. We would appreciate that. And if you're someplace where you can give us a rating or a review, please do that as well. Other than that, hang tight. We've got George Young with your local DMV weather. He's coming up in just a minute.
Join WRNR for the 7th Annual Holistic Health Fair, Saturday, February 16th at the Hotel Annapolis. Find healing and health through a more natural approach with displays and demos for everything from Pilates to pet therapy. Plus, healthy living and wellness experts will be on site for group and one-on-one sessions. Interested in a healthier lifestyle? Join us at the 7th Annual WRNR Holistic Health Fair. Details at WRNR.com.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, February 12th. Yesterday was a mess, and today won't be much better, as all of Anne Arundel County sees clouds and periods of rain for much of the day today, before clearing skies Wednesday with breezy highs in the 40s. Then after what'll likely be the best day of the week weather-wise on Thursday with sunshine and temps in the 50s, more rain is expected Friday and could last a bit into Saturday AM before skies once again clear before dropping down into the low 40s on Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there despite the cold, wet conditions again. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Imagine your child saying,
"Guess what I learned in school today?"
At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked Emma and Lawson why.
We grow winter greens in our garden to make smoothies. Second graders are the chicken checkers, and our 8th graders take care of our goats.
Our classes are the perfect size, which means we get to know each other well, and our teachers know us.
Visit St. Andrews Day School's open house, Friday, March 8th from 9 to 11 a.m. or call 410-266-0952 for a tour. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.